I mean, we all know that you get what you want because your daddy's Ric Flair.
What a great point by Nia Jax. That's like, I don't know, having a famous cousin, and that's the only reason why you're pushed by the WWE. Embarrassing. Let's take, I don't know, Dwayne Johnson for example. Imagine your cousin is Dwayne Johnson, and that's why you're with the WWE. You. Embarrassing. Great point, Nia. I don't hate Nia Jax. I think she's good. Well, obviously she's not good at wrestling on the microphone. Maybe she's a good cook? Or a driver? Although I gotta say, Monday Night Raw was actually pretty good. Except we've seen a lot of Charlotte. So much Charlotte, man. Way too much Charlotte. Wow, so much Charlotte. Even the male version. But appreciate while you can, because that was the last time you seen Charlotte Flair in a very long time, because she's taking a break. I mean, yes, maybe we've seen way too much of Charlotte on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, sometimes maybe on AEW, I'm not quite sure. So much Charlotte. But will I miss her? No, not really. I should probably say yes right here, but I'm fine.
Make you wish Cowboy Bob was firing blanks on the night you were conceived.
You probably noticed I'm not uploading a lot of videos lately, and the reason is I can't tolerate heat. I hate it. I absolutely hate summer. It's the most overrated thing in the world. I hate it with all my heart. You know the amount of sweat in my balls right now? I'm drowning. I will try my best, to upload as consistently as possible, but I cannot make any promises, man. It's really hard out there. Anyway, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. The show kicks off with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre, just the way it should. And he's talking about R-Truth, the way he accepted the challenge on behalf of Drew McIntyre. But now it's time to move on. And just when he said it, he got interrupted by Dolph Ziggler, who revealed that he got traded to Monday Night Raw with Bobby Roode, Robert Roode, because AJ Styles got traded to SmackDown. So it's a bittersweet because that should be saying something to Dolph Ziggler. AJ Styles is good, he's a main eventer. We're gonna get you to Raw, but with Robert, because 2 for 1, you're not that big of a deal, Dolph, and you kinda look like a chick. Dolph Ziggler says, there's no one more happy than I am that you are the WWE Champion. But let's face it, the reason why you're the WWE Champion is me. Yeah, that's something I really don't like about Dolph Ziggler. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, I'm not even joking. But this whole, I am the reason why you're a it doesn't work. You're not intimidating. That's not your gimmick. Maybe The Undertaker should do it, not Dolph Ziggler. Let's just say that. Doesn't work for me. Anyway, he's talking about the fact that the reason why Drew McIntyre is the WWE Champion is him, because he brought him to Monday Night Raw. But Drew McIntyre said, well, I'm the WWE Champion. When was the last time you won a match? And Dolph Ziggler says, okay, me and you, WWE Extreme Rules, WWE Championship match, let's do this. And of course, Drew McIntyre accepts the challenge. So it's official, Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE Championship. Dude, I love Dolph Ziggler. I wanted him to be in the main event since 2012, and he was barely, but still, I was so happy when he won the World Heavyweight Championship, and every year I was waiting for that push again. Even a couple of years ago at the Royal Rumble 2019 when he made his return, I was hoping he would win. At this point though, I kinda lost hope, and of course I would be happy if he was pushed, but that's not gonna happen, and we all know that. Of course he faced Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship, but if he didn't win the championship from Kofi, he's not gonna win that championship from Drew McIntyre. The point I'm trying to make is, it's very predictable, we all know he's not gonna win, it's such a filler rivalry, and even though I think the match is gonna be amazing, I'm excited about the story, I just feel like it's so predictable to the point that it's just kind of a waste of time. Anyway, we all know it's not gonna lead to anything. If Dolph Ziggler would benefit from this in any shape or form, maybe I would be okay with it, but now it's just random. It doesn't matter, We got Nia. I'm not scheduled, but I'm just gonna grab a chair and I'm gonna sit. She's complaining about unfairness, and she got interrupted by the 24/7 champion R-Truth, who thinks that Nia Jax is Akira Tozawa. But there's another Akira Tozawa. Oh my, there are actually two Akira Tozawas. Anyway, they chase R-Truth away, and Nia Jax is talking about Charlotte Flair. Anyway, this whole segment, this whole promo, whatever that was absolutely horrible because Nia Jax made a point that the only reason why Charlotte Flair is on top is because her dad is Ric Flair. It's so unlike you, you know? Yeah, you have a cousin who's the most famous person in the world, probably. And he's a former WWE champion, future Hall of Famer. But yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Why would it? Nah. Her dad is Ric Flair. Yeah, my cousin is Dwayne Johnson. That's just a random fact. That doesn't matter at all. Today I'm gonna talk about how people with huge foreheads are overrated. Anyway, then we got a brawl, and that was basically it. We got Raw Tag Team Titles match, the Viking Raiders versus the Street Profits, and that was actually a pretty entertaining match. Finally, we got a match. Finally, a normal match. None of these stupid vignettes and stuff, you know. Most of the time, I love these. This time, all of these were absolutely horrendous. Anyway, we got the match, it was alright, but I was surprised that the Viking Raiders didn't win the championships. I was sure they're gonna win the titles, but it was the Street Profits who retained the belts. We got, you know, show of respect, and it seems like all of these people are friends until someone turns heel. But that is not it, people. Something more exciting happened. Andrade and Angel Garza attacked them, and it seems like this is gonna be a new tag team. Not necessarily a new tag team, but what I'm trying to say is they're gonna go for the tag team championships, and I believe it's absolutely amazing. You know, I love Andrade, I love Angel Garza. Them as tag team champions would be absolutely amazing, and I hope it's gonna happen in Extreme Rules. Anyway, let's move on with the show. We got Raw Women's Championship match, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. So a lot of title matches, surprisingly. Not a bad show, like I've said. You know, I didn't really feel a difference after Paul Heyman left. Maybe the show is even a bit better. Anyway, so the match was fine as always, you know, and surprisingly, Asuka won. You know, she never beat Charlotte Flair except now. So she lost a match against Asuka, which is amazing. Finally, you know, my biggest concern about Asuka as a champion was the fact that she's a champion, but she never actually pinned anyone. She never retained the championship. You know, she faced Nia Jax, but she won by disqualification or a countout, I think. So now, finally, she beat Charlotte Flair, the first good title defense, and she's looking more legit. It would be a real shame if anyone attacked Charlotte. We got another great Edge promo, and he doesn't admit that Randy Orton is the better wrestler, you know. Maybe he just didn't expect the punt. Randy Orton did tear his triceps, but he still kicked out. And he's obviously angry about the fact that Randy Orton kicked Christian in the head. And Edge is upset now. He put the PG superstar back to bed. And now we're gonna get the rated R superstar. Live sex celebration with Randy Orton. Just prediction. You know, the rated R superstar is gonna be back. And we're gonna get some action. It's 2020, it's gonna be a little bit different, but it's still gonna be very entertaining. He doesn't care about wrestling right now, he just wants to embarrass Randy Orton. What a great promo, by the way, wow. You know, Edge, like I've said many times before, really benefited from his acting career. And this rivalry is still going on. Now, when it comes to Christian, I'm pretty sure he's not cleared in reality, and that's why we got this short match. And I was hoping he would return for one more match against Randy Orton, but that's not gonna happen. It was just a part of Edge versus Randy Orton. Hopefully Christian is gonna return. Hopefully we're gonna get that match between Randy Orton and Christian before Edge can actually wrestle. But I don't really think that's gonna happen. You know what a snake does when it feels threatened? She's being stupid. Oh no, Charlotte Flair got attacked by Nia Jax. Oh my. No. Oh no. Oh. So yeah, Charlotte is out. And I made a joke, you know, earlier that I would not miss her. Of course I will, but not for now. I'm okay with 2 months, you know. Take as much time as you want. We've seen enough of Charlotte Flair on every possible show. Ring of Honor, AEW, including probably, I don't know, I haven't watched some of these, you know, in some time. Maybe New Japan as well. Maybe she made her debut. Maybe she was in my kitchen while I was sleeping, I'm not quite sure. WWE 24/7 title match, Akira Tozawa versus R-Truth. Oh no, it's Bobby Lashley and MVP. They destroyed R-Truth, and we got Akira Tozawa pinning him for the championship. He's your new 24/7 champion. I don't know who made this decision to have Akira Tozawa and the Ninjas on Monday Night Raw, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous and possibly one of the worst things I've seen in a very long time. Spirit Squad makes them look bad. You know, Spirit Squad is not the best tag team I've ever seen. Maybe quite there, but not the best. And they're better than these Ninjas. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Am I talking about Ninjas on Raw? What is even happening? Before the match, Natalya was talking about how they need a new leader since Charlotte is out. Try farting. Yeah, that will show them. You know? Don't mess with that girl because her farts, ooh. And that actually happened back in 2013, 14. The farting gimmick. Natalya. I think it was good. It was definitely underrated. You know, when you think about it, Rikishi's finisher is the butt shake. If he farted while doing it, oh man. That is the ultimate finisher, can't kick out. So if she would actually put that gimmick into matches, you know, you pin your opponent, you sit on their face, and a little Canadian destroyer. So we got Liv Morgan versus Natalya, in which Natalya wins the match. You know, we got, I think, Lana distracting her, and that's how she won the match, whatever. Big Show was making a lot of bad jokes, very unfunny, very generic, so I'm not gonna watch his show. But then he said that, when I wanna get serious, I can get serious. Angry Giant. Big Show is looking good though. He's looking good, didn't change at all. And better actually, you know, the abs and stuff. Like, remember the way he looked back in 2008? What a difference. We got the Nature Boy Ric Flair talking about Randy Orton. First he said that Charlotte Flair is the best. And then he's talking about Randy Orton. And, you know, it's Nature Boy. He talked a lot. It was a good promo. Always nice seeing the man. And, you know, the point was that Randy Orton is the greatest wrestler in the WWE history. We got Randy Orton. And yet, the point of this was Randy Orton is the greatest wrestler of all time. But then we got the Big Show. And the Big Show says he doesn't respect Ric Flair anymore. He doesn't respect Randy Orton. Randy Orton is being passive-aggressive, kinda. I'm not quite sure, but he treats Big Show as a friend. But then he gets angry as well. And this basically set up a match at Extreme Rules in my opinion. I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. Which is okay when you look at it. We're gonna get some decent matches at Extreme Rules, I'm pretty sure. Big Show versus Randy Orton in a weird way excites me kinda. I don't know why, but I kinda wanna see it. Ziggler versus Drew is gonna be predictable, but the match itself is gonna be fine. So far, I'm excited. Is Randy Orton the greatest wrestler of all time? I would say possibly. I don't know, you can't really decide who's the greatest wrestler of all time. It doesn't make any sense. It's so subjective. Everyone has their favorite wrestler, and so many people are good at this that it's impossible. One thing's for sure, Randy Orton is definitely in the top, well, at least 5 of the greatest wrestlers of all time, you know. He's just that natural, that good. The WWE Women's Tag Team Titles match. The Iconics versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. So that was okay-ish. And we got Sasha Banks and Bayley retaining the championships. Now, after the match, Sasha Banks said, well, I'm happy for you that you have both championships, but I can't help myself but feel kinda jealous. So, I'm going to challenge for the Raw Women's Championship. Asuka, I want your title. So yeah, wow, that was so predictable. So predictable. So now we're gonna get Sasha facing for the Raw Women's Championship against Asuka at Extreme Rules. And she's gonna lose again, probably. That kinda sucks. I believe at this point she should win the championship because she lost so many title matches. And people want her as a champion, so why not? But I believe it's gonna lead towards Sasha losing. And then she's gonna be like, okay, there's this another title, and I made a point that I'm jealous, but I couldn't get the Raw Championship, so now I kind of want this championship, and then, you know, by SummerSlam maybe, we're gonna get this Sasha versus Bayley match, finally. Hopefully it's not gonna disappoint because that is a long build. We got another MVP VIP lounge, and this time it was with the United States champion Apollo Crews. So he still wants to get Apollo on his side, to help him retain the championship. Apollo doesn't feel it. He still says the same thing. It was basically the same promo, actually, the same segment, except now it was in the ring. Because Apollo didn't accept, they kinda pranked him and showed him a lesson, taught him a lesson, whatever. And then we got Shelton Benjamin versus Apollo Crews. A decent match in which Apollo Crews wins pretty quickly. We see MVP clapping, but then Apollo got attacked by Bobby Lashley, who I'm not gonna lie, I would really love to see as the United States champion. People were nervous that because Paul Heyman left, Apollo is gonna lose his push, because Paul Heyman really digged Apollo. So far it's not happening. Hopefully he's gonna be pushed even more, and hopefully he is going to retain against Bobby Lashley at least first couple of times. I don't want this guy to be a jobber again. He's actually pretty good. Back from the break, Rey Mysterio and Dominic are in the ring, and they're talking about Seth Rollins. Rey says that, "Son, I know you want to fight Seth Rollins, but this is about familia. This is about you, my son Dominic. And as a puppy, Buyaka, I gotta say, you don't need to fight this fight." I respect that, but I really want to fight Seth Rollins. We got Seth Rollins, the Messiah. We got Austin Theory and Murphy. But they got attacked by Humberto Carrillo and Aleister Black. I'm not happy about the fact that Aleister is used as this mid-card talent in a way. That was actually the main segment of the show, and you would expect Dominic to join Seth Rollins or something crazy to happen, And while they teased, a thing here and there, it was just that. That's actually it. That's how the show ended. In the most... Well, when it comes to this segment, this was the most boring scenario, and that's exactly what we got, unfortunately. But yeah, except for this segment, which wasn't really that bad, but kinda, boring and expected, I think the show was decent. It's not very bad. Obviously, I missed the crowd. I missed with all my heart. But it's not that bad. And again, Paul Heyman leaving is not that big of a deal, it turns out. Maybe he wasn't even doing a lot, as much as you would expect anyway. So, thank you for watching the video. Leave a like. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.